Hey guys, it's me. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I've been pretty into NASCAR since I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I've always been wanting to make content on the channel about NASCAR stuff, and I thought that today would be a pretty good chance to do that. So here are 8 NASCAR crashes that I think are a little, maybe not forgotten, but just pushed out of memory, if that makes any sense. Hope you guys enjoy.
Everybody on this 47 team's worked hard to get our cars going. We did test here.
Start-finish line. Logano comes down into Paul Menard. One car gets up on top of a group and goes flipping over and over, and the 30 lands on its roof. That's Parker Kligerman,
Cole Witt's teammate that just wrecked in that first caution.
Brandon Davis's team, Swan Energy, suddenly has 2 cars torn up. There's Dave Blaney with the single car 77 team.
Look at a coil spring there that's come out of one of these race cars, a rear coil spring.
All right. In the 30, Kligerman.
He's got to be careful, Mike. He cannot unleash his seatbelts or else he will fall down and hurt himself. He needs the safety workers to help him, hold him up.
As they come off turn number 4, that's Menard to the inside and Kligerman, the 30, to the outside.
Actually, Matt Kenseth in the 20 looks like he kicked up into Joey Logano in the 22 that turned him sideways.
Trevor Bayne, the 21, looked to me, Larry, like he was going to bump draft. Got him going. A lot of different looks here.
So Kenseth, the yellow car right in the middle in front of Logano, right here. Trying to get with his teammate Kyle Busch, but comes back up. That tips Logano into Trevor Bayne. His nose catches Paul Menard, who plows into Kligerman, who gets up in the air on top of Menard's car. And who's that underneath? Black car.
That's the 83 car of Ryan Truex.
A scary crash. Here's our camera on top of the safer barrier right at start finish.
Safety fence is doing a great job.
Oops.
Now Starr reels him back in as they go down the backstretch.
And gets off the corner pretty well. Look at David Starr.
Whoa!
Oh, got another crash.
Here we go again.
Up on the side. That's the 14 of Rick Crawford sliding sideways down the backstretch.
Oh, Lord.
Unbelievable.
Andy Houston and Rick Crawford getting into it, coming out of turn number 2. And now the safety crews will immediately get out and try to take care of the 14 of Rick Crawford.
Now what we're facing here is a decision. I mean, this is incredible. We cannot get the race finished.
What's nice about that truck right there is Rick Crawford is a very big guy, but these trucks have you see him moving around there. You see him standing up in the truck to climb out the passenger side. These trucks have a 59-inch roof height versus a car that has a 51-inch roof height. There's a lot more room in these trucks than there are in cars. So Rick was able to get out. He's popped right out of that truck. It's great to see him okay.
Yeah, and he was literally standing up inside the truck, very dejected. We have got this race red flagged. Red flagged, all the trucks stopped in turns 1 and 2.
We will try for the 4th time for a green-white checker. We've already crashed 6 trucks, Kenny, on 3 previous attempts.
Wow, here we go. Let's look at this replay. Turns 1 and 2. It gets really tight off this corner. Wow, the same thing as what we had just a minute ago.
Almost a carbon copy, exactly. Andy looked like he might have got sideways. He forced the 14 of Rick Crawford up into the wall. Rick climbed over the right rear corner of Andy's truck, and there you see Rick sliding door side down.
Wow, I mean, this is incredible. But, you know, in our sport of NASCAR racing, this has been the hottest debate. Green-white checker. Okay, here we go. 2 car on the inside, 2 truck on the inside of the 14.
They're both getting into the gas.
Loose again.
No room.
Yep, saw him wiggle a little bit. He had to drive up the hill to chase it. When he did, Rick Crawford was there. They ran out of room, and this is the result.
Well, first of all, you want to say Andy Houston run up into him, but he gets loose.
Casey Kane
On the outside, and here comes Jimmy Johnson in as well. Jeremy Mayfield.
Oh, trouble is Blaney. Michael Waltrip and Blaney got together. There goes Blaney into the wall.
There goes everybody.
Yeah, Ryan Newman's in it. Greg Biffle.
48 car.
Half the field, it looks like.
And the 9th caution of the day will be huge.
40, 41, 31, 0.
When the leader restarts in the middle of the pack, this is frequently the result.
Yeah, it's kind of, I'd almost bet you that something like this might have happened.
Johnson had a car that might have won it. And Mayfield, who was the leader, is now wrecked. Here's what happened.
Oh, they're just 3 wide down through there, and Blaney's trying to give the guy on the inside room, and he got into Michael.
There you see Greg Biffle gets to the back of Jimmy
Did you see the 9-car shoot through there?
Hard to believe.
Wow, I can't believe he made it.
Ryan Newman in the 12 as we're riding with Greg Biffle right here.
It's a great problem to have, but it can't be a problem.
Sorry, they all stacked up right there. Sorry, Larry. One car, Kurt Busch, slow off the corner.
We got
spin,
problems.
crash, turn 3.
Trouble. And they just keep stacking in there. What turned into one car problem over in turn 2 ended up with all these cars tore up in turn 3.
And I tell you, the luckiest guy I ever saw, he's just rolling out of there now, is a 31 car. He got into that, but he didn't get very much damage. So he came through our point leader. He got more than I thought he had. In the 48, he got whacked up pretty good.
The field bottlenecked coming out of turn number 2 and piled up 800 feet later into turn 3.
I've been expecting this just by the way these guys have been racing each other. 3 wide a lot tonight, more than I've ever seen here.
Blaney, Yaley, and Edwards.
And I believe that just knocked Yaley up in the outside wall, and then they started stacking up behind. You see Compartier and the 10 car hard on the inside wall, and it was on from there.
It was Carpenter's teammate, Elliott Sadler, couldn't check up quick enough, got in the back of Patrick.
Boy, did you see Ryan Newman just go, all those guys going by on the apron. Nobody really got slowed down very much.
And Matt
Kurt Busch in the 2 took a hard shot.
That was a hard lick on that inside wall by that 10 car.
Now Patrick Carpentier has climbed out of his car. He's okay.
Look at that. They just keep pounding. At 17, he's torn up big time. Kurt
Busch has climbed out of his car. He's okay. And the red flag is out.
Actually, the 22, I think the 22 pushed.
As Paul Menard, A.J. Allmendinger spins, and Allgaier and Gilliland have a horrible collision right at the start-finish line.
Oh, that's bad.
It is David Gilliland's car that comes to a halt in flames,
well,
all but destroyed. Paul Menard, the 27, is the car that's backing up. Here comes Allmendinger to the inside.
Got the left side right down on the line down there, and the car gets a little squirrely with him, gets a little loose, and here we go.
And it's on.
Boy, when he comes down the hill and hits that
Allgaier.
51, and that turned him right into Gilliland when he did that. And it was a hard impact.
You saw Allgaier get clipped by Allmendinger. And watch that red car shoot across the track right into the path of David Gilliland.
And I guarantee you Gilliland was on it trying to get through it without getting in it, and he didn't quite make it. And that is unbelievable crash.
Housing of the 42.
Guys, turn 2.
We have trouble on the racetrack.
Rusty Wallace, Jeff Gordon in the 24 car.
Bunch of cars, more cars.
Mike Skinner.
They can't. Nobody can see. There's so much smoke they can't see where to go.
Now Ryan Newman in the 12, he will get this lap back, so he'll be back on the lead lap with a lot of the lead lap cars over there cracked.
Oh, they're all wadded up over there. There's cars everywhere.
Mostly Mike Skinner, Rusty Wallace, and Jeff Gordon. Larry Foyt is also involved.
That was Jeff Gordon.
Is that Kurt Busch down against the apron in turn 2? It is.
That was Jeff Gordon's radio. He was telling his crew, look, it just wasn't our day. It just wasn't meant to be.
I had him in the pool.
I had the 97.
Matt?
And Mike, right before Jeff Gordon said it just wasn't our day, he said, I'm going to take it back to the garage, boys. It looks pretty bad.
Yeah, I think all of them are headed for the garage. The 4 cars involved. Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch, Mike Skinner, and Larry Foyt. Skinner's car might make it back to the garage.
Kurt Busch going to make it around, but he's got a lot of damage, and Skinner's car is just wadded up.
Busch is going to stay out. They're going to try to fix it for the Las Vegas driver. And
I think Rusty he got the blunt of that. He went hard in that outside retaining wall. He's out of the car. You can see him standing there. He's okay. There goes Kurt to the garage.
So 5 cars involved. Let's have a look here in turn 2.
I think that yellow car on the inside gets in. Yeah, it gets up into Rusty.
That's Mike Skinner in the 4.
And here comes Gordon. He's in the smoke. He had no idea where anybody is. And he gets into the Skinner's car.
You know, Darrell, that's right there in turn 2. We've seen that a lot. That's what happened with Dale Jarrett and Steve Park. It's like the car in the bottom just can't stick there and gets into the car up above him.
Larry, when you enter turn 1 here, you can just really stay in the throttle and carry a lot of speed down into that corner. But right in the center, when the car needs to rotate, if it doesn't cut for you, it slides up a little bit. Here comes Gordo. He can't see. There's so much smoke right there. You can't even see his car. He has no idea where anybody is.
We couldn't see it, so you know he couldn't see out of that smoke.
And you know his spotter Ron Thiel couldn't see it either. Let's ride with Robbie Gordon.
When you make it, you say, I'm getting out of here.
As quick as I can.
Third gear, I'm out of here.
Oh, look out. My goodness. Look out. No. Look out. There it is.
Oh,
Mike Wallace. No, Allgaier. Oh, look out.
Wallace.
And a lot.
Damn it.
Trouble off turn 4. A dozen cars involved. Caution is out. That's Reed Sorensen, Casey Roderick in the 08, Mike Wallace, Denny Hamlin, and more.
See Kurt Busch going up through the middle with Kyle, and then all of them start getting together right at the front of the field.
You can see that started, looked like with Trevor Bayne getting separated, got a little bit loose behind the 6.
You see somebody drives right underneath of Allgaier.
Yeah, that's the 52, Reed Sorensen, that was underneath him.
He was completely underneath.
See Johanna Long getting a piece of that. Not a lot of contact, but she has some damage to the left front. I believe it starts right here. Watch Trevor Bayne. May have to jump out of the throttle and get sideways here. A lot of times, June, you have to jump out to keep them running over that car in front of you. Your car will just jump for about a half a lane.
I'm telling you, Reed Sorensen was completely underneath Justin Allgaier's car.
Clear to the bottom, wrecking in front of you. Stay low. Come on, wrecking behind you, come on. Go.
Wow. I cannot imagine that was a fun view for Reed Sorensen.
He's that fast, that car is so badly bent up.
On the speedway, there comes Nemechek's machine, all beaten up. Caution, and Dale Jarrett's big lead evaporates with the flicker of the yellow flag. Again, you'll notice since these laps don't count, there is no huge rush. Watch the upper part of your screen.
Looked like Nemechek got in the back of Steve Park as they headed into turn 1. Now they hit again, Steve Park hard into the outside wall, also Nemechek. It's not over yet. Tony Stewart goes down there. Jeff Gordon hard in the side of Tony Stewart.
There again, you see the hit, the second hit. There, Earnhardt and Ward Burton get by down low. Meanwhile, everybody just checking up.
Boy, have we wrecked some cars tonight.
You're talking exactly right. There goes Nemechek into Park. Watch Park's hit. One right there, and that's a mean one, too.
That's pretty mean right there as the 3 of them get together.